What's up guys, it's Chris Majestic here with Majestic, and today we're looking at Google Home. So the Google Home is going to be a small speaker that you would sit in your house that has Google Assistant built into it. So you can ask it questions, you can do calculations, you can do home automation tasks, it links with other hubs. But the big thing setting this apart from the Echo and the Echo Dot is the fact that it has access to the largest search engine in the world, which is Google, obviously. So setting this thing up is really easy. You're just going to plug it in and it's going to turn on and talk you through the setup process. And the app looks a whole lot like the Chromecast app, especially since it connects with Chromecast. So if you go through the settings, you see things like things to ask, music, home control, you can get to your shopping list, rename your devices like your Chromecast, whatever, if you want to. So to activate this thing, you're gonna say, hey Google, followed by whatever your command is. It could be a simple question, it could be a complex search engine question, it could be a command to turn lights off, all kinds of things. And you can actually have it trigger videos to play through your Chromecast around your house. So right now it works natively with Nest, IFTTT or IFT, SmartThings, and Philips Hue. So I'm sure that list will grow in the future, but those are the devices that it works directly with right now. And as far as design goes, the Google Home doesn't look that bad. I mean, it fits in pretty well with like a kitchen or sitting it on a counter or a desk or a table or something like that. It doesn't stand out too much, even though it's white. And you're only gonna find one physical button, which is the mute button on the back. And the top is actually gonna be capacitive. You can touch it to start and stop music and things like that, or just turn your finger on it to turn the volume up or down. You're gonna have two microphones on the top of it that are actually pretty good at picking up your voice from another room. And then you have the bottom, which actually twists off and you can actually get different colored shells for the bottom if you want. So to save all you Android people the trouble that have Android phones, I won't say okay Google other than this one time. I'll actually be using hey Google throughout the duration of this video, just so I'm not setting off your devices. It will activate with either one. So right now the TV's off, so using HDMI CEC, if you had that on your TV, you can just tell it to play on that Chromecast. It'll play the video or do whatever you want and turn the TV on. So let's see. Hey Google, play CNN on Basement Office.
Sure, playing CNN from YouTube on Basement Office.
Hey Google, set the downstairs temperature to 72 degrees.
You got it, setting the downstairs to 72 degrees.
Hey Google, turn on the basement TV.
Sure, turning the basement TV on.
Hey Google, turn on house alarm stay.
Sure, turning the house alarm stay on.
Hey Google, turn on Chris garage door.
Sure, turning the Chris garage door on.
Hey Google, set the basement lights to 10%.
You got it, setting two lights brightness to 10%.
Alexa, how long would it take to walk from the White House to the Washington Monument?
Sorry, I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
Hey Google, how long would it take to walk from the White House to the Washington Monument?
It takes 18 minutes to walk from the White House to Washington Monument.
Hey Google, what about driving?
On your way to Washington Monument, there's heavier traffic than usual. The route via 15th Street Northwest is still the fastest. It is 14 minutes by car.
So as you can see, it's more conversational. So it knew that I was asking about directions from going from the White House to the Washington Monument. So it knows like, okay, this next question is probably gonna be related to that. So it kind of uses context clues. Hey Google, play Black Beatles.
Black Beatles by Ray Shrimmerd. Sure, playing on YouTube.
That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like
Hey
an
Google,
old
stop.
geese.
So despite its small size, this speaker actually gets pretty loud and it sounds pretty good in a small to medium sized room. Another cool thing you can do with the Google Home is actually buy more than one. You can put them all around your house, you can link them up, and you can actually play whole home music or play music through them simultaneously, which is a pretty cool idea. Now this is a pretty cool speaker, but it does have some drawbacks. One thing is that it doesn't allow you to have multiple users, so you can only link one Google account with this thing at a time. Another thing is that it doesn't yet have an open API, so that means it doesn't have different skills or different smart apps that work with it. It only gives you what it has. You can't go in and start adding other apps and things like that, or different skills like you can with Amazon Echo. Another thing is that it doesn't have an aux port. Now, to be fair, the Amazon Echo, the original Amazon Echo, doesn't either, but the Echo Dot does, and that allows for flexibility for you to connect it to like your home stereo and get like amazing sound out of it. You can't really do that with this. So if you're tossed between this and the Amazon Echo, the real deciding factor is gonna be, are you a Google person? Do you have Google devices all over your house? Do you have Chromecast, your Google phones and things like that? I'm sure the expandability is gonna grow with integration between this and your phone. Do you ask a lot of questions, like do a lot of Google searches and things like that? Considering that Alexa or Amazon Echo is using Bing and this is using Google, Google's gonna be a whole lot better. So it really depends on what you wanna do and if you wanna wait for more home automation. If you're not doing a ton of home automation and you're just using this to do things like play music and ask questions and do calculations and things like that, honestly, I'd probably get the Google Home just because it's gonna be better. It's gonna be more conversational. You can ask it more complex questions. You can continue to talk to it instead of you constantly having to talk to it like a robot like you do with the Amazon Echo. All right, guys, well, that's it for this video. I do wanna hear your comments, so go ahead and post in the comments section. I'll respond to your comments. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, please mash that like button for me, and I'll see you in the next one.